The perfect night happened on Tuesday for Arsenal as they thrashed their London rivals Chelsea 5-0 at the Emirates. This not only puts Arsenal in a great position going into their next North London derby at the weekend, it also puts the pressure on Manchester City, who have to win against Brighton on Thursday. In an absolute fantastic performance, who were the standout players and what was the key points of the game? Well, let's get into it. Now, it feels like we haven't had one of these games in a while. I mean, admittedly, we did play brilliant against Brighton. I think that 3-0 win was great, but we haven't had a great thrashing in a big game, and we went back to our best in this game. It was absolutely phenomenal. I can't have anything to really criticise on. I think we were brilliant the whole game, and I'm so happy with the team we put out and the performance that matched with it. It was so good to see. Now, going into the game, of course, Chelsea played on the same day as us on the weekend and got a bit unlucky because Jackson can't finish his chances, and yet again he didn't really finish his chances. We didn't let Chelsea completely out. They still had some really good chances to score, but he can't finish, and ultimately we were very good. But I don't mind giving up a few chances for the other team when it means we're going to create more, and I think that's really what happened today. We created a great substantial amount of chances, and even the first half could have been 3 or 4-0 up, so the 5-0 score does not flatter us at all. And while the game in the first half I thought was quite cagey, in the second half coming out and scoring 4 goals in 18 minutes was fantastic. We really needed it, and I'm super proud of the performance considering the amount of tired legs we had on the weekend. We were saying, are we going to have the energy to keep providing? And yet again today we really did. We turned up when we needed it to, and we were the team that had the energy, the tactics and the brilliant players in the game. And although Cole Palmer didn't play, who's obviously Chelsea's best player, Chelsea is still a very good side. I said this, they're very good against counter-attacking teams, and they play better when they have a team that would want the ball. But I like how we actually let them have the ball this game and sort of countered them a lot, which I thought was very impressive. But they have drawn to Manchester City twice in the league this year, so they're not a bad team by any means. So this is a brilliant result, and it's even better for the goal difference, putting ourselves back up really hard. Now, first of all, we've got to talk about the midfield. Thomas Partey came in, which I've done so many videos saying that we should start him. I did a video yesterday saying he's got to start, and he did. Mikel Arteta trusted him and finally believed in him to play the whole game. And oh my god, the midfield looked 100 times better than it has been in the last few weeks for Arsenal. I thought it was night and day how much better they looked. The amount of freedom that Martin Odegaard was getting on the right and left side, he was able to come to the left side and do brilliant passes as well. He was getting so much creative freedom and so much passing. Declan Rice was pushed fully up the pitch, being very aggressive, winning the tackles high up the pitch, but also passing off the ball quite easily and really giving Trossard very much in the first half some good progression. And Thomas Partey was very good at managing and being very good at sustaining possession. Now, my other video that's going to be coming out a few hours after this will probably be me going more into the midfield, probably looking at Odegaard, but it's going to be more based on the whole of it, so I don't want to go into it too much here to spoil that. But I think it worked really, really well, and I'm very happy. And it seems to me that Thomas Partey is probably going to start, hopefully at least for the Tottenham game, the Manchester United game, because he's going to be very important in them games. Other than that, the only other player that came in was Tomiyasu, who I was really happy with. I didn't think he was going to be fit for this game, but he was, and he started. He made a few mistakes. He wasn't exactly not rusty. He was a little bit off it, I'd say, at some time, but ultimately it didn't really matter, and I think he's still a very comfortable defender in there, very good at 1v1s, and I'll still take him any day of the week, especially it doesn't really matter in a game like this. And I think the whole team played brilliant, and there's 2 other players other than the midfield that I want to specifically talk about, and obviously number 1 is going to be Kai Havertz. Everyone knows I love him, I go on about him all the time, but him back up front, especially in games against teams like Chelsea, United, Tottenham, the big teams in the league, he has to be playing up front. He's incredibly good at being in his role. Of course he missed chances, I'm not going to act like he didn't. We all know he's not going to be a clinical striker, I've said this before, but as long as you keep giving him sustained possession and sustained chances, he will take them eventually. And the reason why we were able to create, I think 17 shots we had in the first 38 minutes was down basically to him. He's so good at facilitating everyone around the pitch and moving around, picking up areas and space whenever, and his brilliant running and brilliant ability to stay on side, which is very, very good, by the way, very underrated remark about him, kept giving us more and more chances. And that's why Martin Odegaard, who does them brilliant through balls, can able to do it when you've got such a willing runner like Havertz. And I know he missed a few chances, but his 2 goals were really well taken in the end, and when he got one you could tell the confidence was oozing in him. That Martin Odegaard pass to him for the 3rd goal for us was insane. Love him picking up that left half space, getting into that area, and Havertz makes a brilliant run, and he takes it calmly this time. Sometimes he does lush a little bit. A lot of people are very iffy with him not being able to shoot. Sometimes he doesn't seem like he wants to, but this time he took it comfortably. Great first touch, great control, and he smashes it in. Brilliant brilliant goal, and I love the celebration against Chelsea. No one cares about it being his old club. And his second goal was brilliant. Great play by Saka, who I actually felt had another really good game. They sort of gave him a lot of freedom in this, and he quite a lot of the times, especially later on in the second half, 1v1 against Cucurella, kept having him and kept coming inside. It was a very big thing for us, and I think it was very important. Havertz lets the ball run across him and puts it into the corner of the post. Brilliant goal. Don't know why they're not going towards him, but you know, that's not on me. And I think Havertz overall in this game was so good. You could definitely see him up front. I've said that I think he should play up front all season anyway. I think he should still play up front even in the games against Wolves, but I understand in the big games he's going to play. And when we only have 4 league games left and 2 of them against Tottenham away and United away, he'll definitely play them up front. And the other player that I thought yet again was absolutely fantastic is Ben White. And it's not just because he scored 2 goals, and obviously they were crazy as it was. The first goal comes from in the box, great finish off his left foot, just puts it into the corner. And his second goal was a crazy goal, which we did break away with Odegaard, and he tries to cushion it for the cross, but it goes in. You could tell it was a bit of a miss hit because of his reaction after, but we deserved that for the Madrid goal that they scored in the first game anyway this season. But I've been a massive advocate for Ben White this season. I think for the last 3 or 4 months, he's not only been Arsenal's best player, I think he's been the best defender in the Premier League, and I think he's been one of the best players in the league. I think he should have got player of the month last month, and I think there's an argument this month, if we continue, he should get it again. This guy is playing at an unreal level. It is ridiculous. This is a brilliant tweet here by Alex that he says that Ben White, he used to be the facilitator, the guy that would be the wall pass for Saka and Odegaard so they can make runs and get in that right side. But now, because he is so good going forward, he's so good at everything, he basically is one of the players as well. He's the guy that will run in behind for Saka like he did with his second goal and help them the all time. And defensively, he's incredibly solid, brilliant 1v1 defender. He's comfortable coming into the middle, and I think he is amazing. Ben White, to me, not only is his natural ability so high, he clearly cares a lot, and I think he's arguably the best right back right now in England. A lot of credit today has to go to every single player pulling that out of the bag when people have been criticising their tiredness and their performances recently, and I've got to give a lot of credit as well to Mikel Arteta. I'm so happy he finally tried that partey midfield, and I think it made us look so much better. I think we gave up a little bit more chances than you would see someone like Jorginho in there, but Chelsea are a good counter-attacking side, and anyway, if that makes us create more, I think we're gonna do better anyway, because we were fabulous in this game and probably should have scored even more. And it is weird that we only have 4 games of the season left, and obviously everything is still to play for in the league. We don't know what's going to go on. Man City have got Brighton on Thursday, and then they've got another game on the weekend. Obviously we've got Tottenham away, which is a crucial game, but I'm still confident in this team, and I still think this shows that we have got the quality and the ability. We haven't completely fallen apart yet. It was just a few weeks, mostly that Aston Villa game we couldn't do anything about. There is still a reason to be excited about this squad, and I'm really happy with a lot of the players that stepped up today. I think today we played our best team probably in the XI. You could argue maybe Trossard, Martinelli comes in, and you can argue about the millions of left backs that we play, but I think everyone else really arguably is our best team. And if we can continue to play this team for the rest of the season, then I think we've always got a chance to do something, at least winning all our games. Let me know what you think of the team and what you think of the game. What interested you? What key points did you think there was, and who was your man of the match on the day? I think for me, my man of the match would probably be Ben White, but I can completely understand why you would give it to someone like Martin Odegaard or Kai Havertz. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think, and please go and watch my video that I'll be doing in a couple of hours about the tactics of the midfield. If not, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.